Everybody, I got to tell you this something real quick. I was just hearing there's about 3 young gentlemen, probably 8, 9, and probably 7. Anyway, so the mother was in getting into some Arby's, but anyway, he had a bloody nose. Okay, and yes, apparently he had picked it, but I don't know the story. Okay, just want to make sure nobody punched him, right? But I'm heading somewhere with this. The thing is, so I helped him. So I know that somebody knows the technique of how to stop a bloody nose. Is you take and you pinch between the bridge, like where the glass set on the bridge of your nose. You can pinch there. And also I went inside and got some ice. So ice will actually make the blood vessels shrink and tighten so that there's less blood flow and stuff like that. So it helps it coagulates and also to reduce those blood vessels, right, to tighten them. But then also pinching those. And sometimes, even putting cotton up the nose. But children and, I didn't like sticking cotton up there because cotton's annoying and it's hard to breathe around it, right? So here's what I'm actually heading for some of this. Here's the thing that's interesting. She is probably about 35 years of age, but she acted like she did not know how to properly take care of a blood nose. But she told me early inside that he gets them all the time. So she probably just has him holding the towel there until it bleeds into the things, which is fine. It'll stop on its own. But I just find it amazing that we have so many people in this world, in this reality, that don't even know the basics of taking care of themselves or somebody else. I mean, just basic medical care. And that's what's interesting about this, that we go through the entire school system, right? And, never clear through high school did they ever teach you about just basics of things of medical care for yourself or others. Isn't that just amazing how the system doesn't even care that much? Oh, but you'll hear about how, other... I was saying even drugs. I have a story about that, how drugs was a lie. Nancy Reagan's war on drugs. I'll have to do that later because I'm in a hurry. And I got to remind myself to do this because it'll blow your mind. The war on drugs actually was to promote drugs, like everything else. Amazing story. But anyway, my point is this: is that we don't. It's like everything in our school system is gone away. Like even elementary used to be about studying the elements of the earth. Earth, wind, fire, and all these other things, and elements of the periodic table and things like this. Kids aren't taught the elements of basic foundation to themselves in the school systems even, right? But it's amazing that there should be basic requirements. I don't want to be one that tells people exactly how to live their lives and stuff like that. There should be basic requirements in school systems where how to call for medical help when you need it, and what are the signs to look for, even with children. They're smart, they can figure things out, like that. There'd be a lot more lives saved just by teaching kids basic things, how to recognize somebody's having a stroke, heart attack, or things like that, right? Never taught in school. Now, what's funny and interesting about that is the only thing I remember them teaching, looking back, is dentist. You got to brush your teeth, right? And the whole fluoride thing, we don't get the fluoride bait. That's the only thing that I ever really remember that was like medical, how to brush your teeth, and the dentist would come in and do that. So I don't know if your experience was different going through your school system, but there was nothing about any basic medical care. Zero, right? And you think that'd be like the one that, that's the thing that's funny about our system, the beast system, and the thing is, the things that should be the highest priority are always the lowest, and the lowest priority are the highest. Isn't it amazing? Everything's upside down. I mean, seriously, think about that for a minute. Everything that should be a priority, like even like family, you should like basics of how to get along with a family, about family things. I know they have home ec and all these other classes, right? But should at least like everybody should be required the basics of being a family good person, in school system. Instead, just, later on in the years, maybe when you're past teenager, high school, or have something that says, this is how you be a good gentleman or lady, right? Show respect, don't cheat, and all these other things. And this is how good families sit down at the dinner table and communicate and things like this, right? Those would be foundations. But now I say that some people rely on the churches to teach some of those foundations. But if you want to hit the mass majority of the people, the mass on the mass of the citizens, and it doesn't have to be religious. You hit it through the school system versus holding mass in the Catholic Church or the things like this. That is what's so amazing. Think about how this world would have been totally different if you and I taught about true spirituality, taught about how, proper things, and the real things that really make a difference at the end of the day or the beginning of a new day. What I just said, end of the day or beginning of a new day. Because it's always about tomorrow, not the end of the day. It's too late. And so what that does, never mind. Sorry to go on that. And God bless y'all and love y'all.